Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be comparing the original New Balance Made in USA 990 V1 and the latest New Balance Made in USA 990 V5. So obviously, both of these shoes are from the same line, the 990 line, and there's around 40 years separating both of these models. Obviously, you have the version 1 and then the latest 5th version of the shoe. They're both great everyday shoes. You can run in them, you can walk in them. They look great on feet for lifestyle wear, and they both come in the signature gray color. Obviously, during the 40 years, there's been a lot of different iterations and changes that were applied to the 990 line from the V1 to the V5. I know there's a version 2, 3, and 4, but I thought it would be cool to compare the first version and the latest version of the 990 shoe. So in this video, I'll be comparing the comfort, style, design, sizing, and overall technology in both of the shoes. So first, let's start off with the similarities of both shoes. First off, as you could probably tell, they're both made in the USA. I absolutely love how New Balance still continues to make the 990 line and other shoes in the USA. Yeah, I really love how they make excellent quality products while also providing jobs to American people. Another big similarity is that both of these shoes continue to be both good for casual use and running. Obviously, I don't really run that much, so I won't really be doing a performance running review on either of these, but from what I can tell from what I've seen in the running community, the latest 990s are excellent for running, and after wearing the 990 V5 for a while, it's definitely a comfortable shoe, a good amount of comfort and stability, so I'd say it's a pretty great running shoe. The next biggest similarity between the shoes is the materials. Both of these shoes feature that great high quality gray pigskin suede and the great quality breathable mesh. The mesh is found both in the toe area for breathability as well as in the tongue. The mesh is also found near the heel area of the shoe. But the New Balance 990 V5 also features that mesh around the heel area, whereas the 990 V1 does not. Instead, it features a kind of soft microfiber material around the heel area. Another thing that's similar to both versions of the 990 is the hit of 3M reflective at the back heel area. The 990 V1 has a hit of 3M at the top with the New Balance logo embroidered in, and the 990 V5 has a small badge of 3M near the middle top area of the heel area with V5 branding in the middle. The last significant similarity between both shoes is the fact that both of them feature a plastic heel cap near the heel area of the shoe. The V5's is a little smaller and is clear with the New Balance logo at the very back, and the V1 is in white and it's a lot bigger and has New Balance branding at the side instead. Moving on to the differences of the shoes, the biggest difference has got to be the midsole technology. Obviously, with 40 years separating the two shoes, you'll expect the 990 V5 to have a lot more cushioning technology, and that's exactly the case. The 990 V1 had New Balance's first ever polyurethane heel cradle, and that technology is pretty good for stability, but unfortunately it doesn't provide that much comfort. The motion control device was first found in the first iteration of the 990, the version 1, and that technology has been used in almost all of their performance shoes ever since. The 990 V5 features New Balance's proprietary end cap technology, and it has that same polyurethane heel cradle, but it also has a soft foam in the middle. So the polyurethane ring surrounds some soft foam in the middle, providing an excellent combination of both comfort and stability, which is why I think the New Balance 990 V5 is a very comfortable shoe, and the 990 V1 is surprisingly still pretty comfortable for a 40-plus-year-old shoe, but it doesn't come close to the latest version of the 990. Another significant difference between the shoes is the padding around the heel area and the tongues. Obviously, the 990 V1 doesn't have as much padding as the V5, and the tongue on the V1 is actually very thin and a little flimsy. So when you put on the 990 V1, sometimes the tongue can curl up on top of your foot, and that can be a little annoying. The V5, on the other hand, is very well padded with that mesh material around the heel area, and the tongue is very thick and very soft as well. And it does not curl up on top of your feet unless you intentionally do it. Another small difference between the shoes has got to be the size of the laces. The version 1's laces are flat but a lot thicker in width, and the V5's laces are still flat, but they are softer and a lot thinner in width. The next major difference between the shoes has got to be the insoles. Obviously, the V1's insole is just a standard foam insole, nothing too crazy in terms of comfort. But the 990 V5, on the other hand, by default comes with an Ortholite Ultra Soft Comfort insole, which is amazing. Obviously, Ortholite is a comfort insole technology, and the insole feels great on feet, and that's in addition to the NCAP midsole technology. So in a way, I don't know if this is like a stretch by me, but I personally think it's almost like you're getting a dual density foam system, kind of. You get the Ortholite Comfort insole on top of the NCAP midsole, and it's an excellent combination of comfort on your feet. So yeah, the V5 again wins in terms of comfort in the insole department. Another small difference between both versions is that the V5 has this plastic tab on both sides near the ankle area, which provides a bit more stability around the ankle area, and the version 1 lacks this plastic tab. The last major difference between the shoes has got to be the outsoles. Obviously, the version 1's outsole doesn't have as much traction as the version 5's outsole, as is with every other like 80s and 90s running shoe, and when you compare it to the latest and greatest running shoes. Obviously, the retro models aren't going to have that much traction, but the newer versions have a lot more traction and support on the outsoles. So now that the comparison's over, I'll lace both of these up and I'll show you how they compare on feet. So as for sizing, I got both of these in a size 9.5 standard width, and they fit me perfectly fine. But as I always say, if you have the chance to try these on before you buy them, I definitely recommend you do that, since everyone's feet are different, and the fact that normal versions of the shoe come in different widths, like narrow, wide, extra wide, etc. And if you usually like size up or down because you have wide or narrow feet, the 990 V5 comes in like all the sizes. They have all the different widths, so I definitely recommend trying the different widths out if you have wider or narrower feet. And as stated earlier, in terms of comfort, the 990 V5 definitely wins out. Obviously, with 40 years more of innovation and technology improvements, the comfort is going to be a lot better, especially with the excellent combination of comfort and stability in the proprietary NCAP technology, whereas the V1 simply has the classic motion control device. and it does provide good stability on foot, and the foam used in this model is comfortable enough for a lifestyle version. I definitely wouldn't go running in these. In terms of pricing, it's a little hard to compare since this shoe first debuted back in '82, and the only real iterations that really came out are like, I remember I think there's like a 30th anniversary version of this shoe. Obviously I have the 40th anniversary version. This retailed for $175. This recently retailed for $185, so I mean, I guess they're similar in pricing, so there's not too much to compare in terms of what's more bang for your buck. But obviously for a more versatile shoe, I'd definitely go with the V5. But in terms of looks, I could really go either way. It really depends what I'm in the mood for. Like, they're both they both have their very distinctive looks, and obviously I got both of them in the classic gray color, so there's not it's really down to what I'm feeling on the day when I'm choosing sneakers. So yeah, it's really a toss-up. Let me know in the comments which look you prefer, the V1 or the V5. So overall, it's definitely cool to see all the differences and improvements over the 40 years between the version 1 and version 5 of the 990, and I'm really excited that I was able to get both of these to my collection. I still have yet to buy V2 and V4. Once I get those two versions of the 990, I'll definitely do a comparison between all 5 models. And in 2022, the V6 is coming out, and that shoe looks great, and I can't wait to check it out. So, man, I really love the 990 line. It's New Balance's signature line. It's what put them on the map, and obviously, I'm really happy that they continuously make them in the USA. So that's gonna do it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll put a playlist of my other sneaker comparisons either here or there. I forgot which way the end card is, but if you want to check out more sneaker comparisons, I'll put a playlist up, and follow me on my socials, and I'll catch you in the next one.